Check, check. All right, I'm talking into it right now, so you just let me know if you can hear me. Okay. All right. Later.
All right. We're good. Thank you. It's hard to get much on them.
Check, check.
Check, check.
All right, here we go. We're about 10 minutes out. We're getting you all set for the Somerset Briar Jumpers versus the Bluegrass United Blue Hawks. My name is David Aiken. I am joined alongside Coach Clay Clevenger is with us tonight, Somerset head football coach. Coach, thanks again for joining me.
Appreciate you asking me.
We'll have a big time tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about the season. We're going to pay special tribute to a really distinguished and outstanding alumni, a jumper that we lost just this last week. That's Dick Mitchell. We'll talk about him a little bit later in the show. Let's talk about tonight. Somerset enters tonight at 14-5 overall, and they're riding a strong late season momentum. The Jumpers are averaging 62 points per game, and they're powered by senior guard Aiden Apsher. He's just over 20 points per contest. Bluegrass United. This is a Lexington-based homeschool travel program. They're going to bring a physical and experienced lineup, and they have faced several KHSAA programs across the state, so we're going to expect a contrasting style. Somerset's perimeter shooting and guard play versus Bluegrass United's rebounding and inside toughness. Coach, these are strange kind of games. This isn't a KHSAA sanctioned team, but they have played some good teams. What do you do to sort of prepare for this type of game?
Well, I think especially coming off last night's big, cross-county win over PC, I think this is probably a little bit of a trap game, especially the PC game getting moved. So playing back-to-back nights after a big district win, I'm sure Coach Young wants the guys to come out, take care of business early, not let this group get any confidence. And like you said, I mean, they played some good teams here, and it'll be interesting to see how they fare.
And Bluegrass United, as we said before, they've played some teams in the KHSAA such as Thomas Nelson, who they beat. They also defeated Bourbon County, Model, Estill County, and Frankfort. They've played Wayne County, Somerset Christian, Danville Christian, Anderson County, West Jessamine, Nelson County, Dunbar, Lex Cath, East Jess. So they've played a pretty competitive schedule despite their record. They're certainly no stranger to a matchup like tonight, so we'll hope that the Jumpers can come out. And when you say you want to kind of play clean, stay injury-free on a night like tonight, you're heading into postseason pretty soon, and hopefully get out of here with a win.
Yeah, I think, all sports, basketball in particular, it's about getting your rhythm, and I think Somerset's playing well, been playing good ball for the latter part of the last month, and I think you want to keep sharp at this time of year heading into, getting ready for postseason play. And so I think coming out, being sharp, like you said, no letdown. It would be a little bit of expected after last night's big win, and just coming out and take care of business.
And Coach Clevenger talking about that win. That's last night over Pulaski County. And if the RPI holds up, Somerset will get the 1 seed in the district as they currently hold that RPI advantage over Pulaski, and that is the district tiebreaker for the 1 seed. So that edge can mean more than a favorable first-round matchup in the district tournament. I'd say Somerset, if they could help it, would rather avoid Rockcastle despite beating them twice. Yeah. I think you'd rather avoid them in the first round.
For sure. I mean, I think Rockcastle is a very dangerous basketball team. Good size, good scoring ability, and even though we've had their number for the last couple of years, it seems I'm sure that you want to have that 1 seed, going into the tournament for sure.
And just a little more on Bluegrass United. They come in at 8-15 overall. They are a Lexington-based homeschool. The Blue Hawks are unbeaten in their district play, so they're 5-0. And Max Preps has them ranked 219th statewide. By comparison, Somerset is ranked 67th statewide. That's give or take. That's according to Max Preps. But they play a tough independent schedule against KHSAA and travel programs. Their offensive leaders are juniors Carson Charles and Everett Pirat. They both average around 15 points per game. And they got a senior big man, Elliot Higginbotham, who controls the paint. Coach, he can cause you some problems.
Yeah, good size. They just watching them warm up here. They got some length to them. And so, I think that's, it's something that I don't know how much film and whatnot that they'll be on them. You know, how much time, Coach Young's been able to invest in getting the scouting report and breakdown. I'm sure he has. But I think just filling them out early and making sure that you don't want to see a guy, get in the zone early and knock down shots and keep a team like this in it.
Yeah, and we saw Higginbotham come out, and he's got good size. You can tell he's athletic. I'm anxious to kind of see him, really. I mean, 6'7's kind of rare around here, and we'll see how the jumpers handle him. So we'll be back with starting lineup shortly. I think Bluegrass United's going to go Kyle Graham, number 0. He's your point guard. He's a senior. Carson Charles, number 1. He's a guard. He's a junior. He goes about 6 feet. Everett Pirat, as I mentioned before, 6 feet, junior. He's your forward. Landon Graham, another guard, a senior, about 5'11", and then there's Higginbotham right there in the paint, a senior at 6'7". So we will be back in about 2 minutes with starting lineups. It's David Aiken and Coach Clevenger. We're live at Somerset High School getting you set for tip-off. Come back and join us.
Yeah. If all went ahead and filed for UK, does that help you get driver, or does that not really matter at all?
No. I mean, I was anxious to see if Cole would hold the offers that he got. Yeah. So, but he's a 3-star in-state. I think they were trying to probably make a splash. He would play smart to go on and jump on it because he made it from offering.
I mean, he's a best piece, right? I mean,
he's a solid football player. I kept thinking he's one of those kids that was the same size as 8th grade, so got a lot of early offers, and then you didn't know if they would hold. But
yeah,
I think the coaching change probably helped him.
I'm happy, man. I'm glad they got him. I think hopefully it creates a domino effect. Seneca and maybe some other in-state.
I think it's awful early. If I'm a big-time recruit, I guess they all commit, decommit, do all that stuff nowadays. It really doesn't matter a whole lot on the commitment on really either side of it. Colleges will pull their offers in a heartbeat, too.
Hey, is the camera on? It's on. All right, thanks. Well, you got this movie. Hey, it's nice to see Flores get that Easter egg.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that'll get more eyes on him and your other guys.
Yeah. So it's.
Yeah, it might just be something on the camera, the display stuff. He may have to do it from the camera. Check.
Do you know how to turn off like that stuff that's right there?
No, I don't honestly. I don't know. Wait, are you recording it?
No.
All right.
I just needed to.
Were you the one hit the unmute button on there? It was already unmuted? Well, maybe we're.
Nah, I don't even know. Kevin, did you hear what Coop was talking about?
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise as we honor America?
I don't know the other ones. You need this one's off too? Because I got the other ones off. But I don't know how to get the other on. No clue. I got some on. I don't know how to get the other ones.
I don't know. I'm gonna touch anything.
All right, we're back. We just had the anthem. We're about to go through starting lineups, getting you set for Somerset versus
Bluegrass United.
Let me get my paperwork here. Sorry, we're not too familiar with Bluegrass United.
Tonight's contest features the Blue Hawks of Bluegrass United and your Somerset High School Raiders. We'll begin with the starting lineup for the Blue Hawks.
Like over here.
Starting guard, the senior, number 0, Kyle Graham.
I can turn that
That's
off.
Kyle Graham, number 0.
Starting guard, the junior, number 1, Carson Charles.
That's Charles, number 1. He's a junior, also a guard.
Eighth graders, starting forward, number 13, E-Red.
They said 8th grader.
Yeah.
Shows junior on ours.
P-Red.
Yeah.
And then Landon Graham, a senior. That's Elliot Higginbotham. He's a senior. That's the big man in the middle.
Looks like they're a 4-guard offense, maybe with a big 6'7" kid in the middle.
I like that. 4 out, 1 in. I'm just anxious to see how well he moves. He's lean. I think I saw he's 185.
Yeah, he's probably gonna struggle with Bartley tonight. I would think.
Say he'll be able to get a little room down there, don't you? That's Absher. He's a senior. He's averaging around 20 points a game. That's the guard number 5, Josh Lewis. That's Cole Grundy, a senior, number 10. He's averaging about 11 points a game. It's Brock Stevens, a sophomore, number 12. He's at 10 points a game. No stranger to Coach Clevenger. There's Jacob Bartley. And, of course, they're coached by Ryan Young. Bluegrass United is going to be in black with white numbers and lettering. Somerset in white with gold letters and numbering. What's it like seeing Bartley out there, Coach?
This is one of the few years that Bartley hadn't lost a lot of weight during basketball season, so he's looking good. I think hopefully he's going to be making a college decision.
I know you don't like anyone abandoning me, bro.
It's a big time for
I know you
him.
don't want me anyone to abandon you. I'm kidding, bro. What did you say? I'm kidding.
Bartley gets up with the bigger guy.
I saw that. Was nice. Jumpers controlled it, too. That's Absher. Looks like
1-2-2 zone.
what you see there. Yeah, zone.
Hooray! I know. Hey, we got if they make it so we
Working
got
around on the perimeter. That goes over to Stevens in the corner to Absher. He's looking in.
Release
Nothing
them.
there. He'll look into Grundy. Not open. Lewis will keep it. Jumper staying patient against the zone.
Got him over here.
Here's Absher. Lines it. That's a big one. Jumpers get the lead. 3-0.
I know we are.
I think that's big.
Hard work.
In
That
a
was
game
the
like
win,
this,
bro.
come out, hit your first shot. Hopefully, like I said early, taking care of business. Got a walk there. Good trap in the corner.
And Absher shooting the three-pointer at
At
36%. Yeah, that's
Wait, did they watch
he and
film
Josh
back
are
on this
both
game?
around
Bro?
that 36, 37%
I wonder
mark.
if they ever
So,
watched film. They're like, bro,
that's a big help.
Yeah.
He's doing a nice job.
And they made a lot of them last
Yo,
night, especially in that first half.
time we record.
Made 6. I thought they controlled the tempo well last night, especially in the second half. Once they got a little bit of a lead.
I agree. That's after he looks in. Stevens thinks about it, drives baseline, back out to Lewis. He'll take the 3.
There.
Bartley with the offensive rebound. That's good.
I don't think they want Bartley's physical presence. It doesn't look like they're going to match that inside right now.
Like,
He's
I've always
certainly going to
wondered
get some
that.
space down there, move people around. That goes into Higginbotham. He struggles a
does,
little bit,
right?
but they handle it.
No foul.
Hey, defense.
On the drive, that was P-Rat who missed, and that's going the other way.
GG, bro. GG.
Good start
Is
right
there
here
a
for the
mercy on
Jumpers.
basketball? Like,
Starting out, getting out
They just
5-0.
played the spot.
Jumpers with the lead and the ball. Atcher brings it across the 10-second mark.
Like they don't stop.
Looks like they're playing a little 1-2-2 zone.
That goes into Grundy. Nice interior passing. Back out. Atcher with the long one. Good. What do you think about that? That little inside out.
That was 2 good passes. You had Cole with a good pass to Bartley, and he got a good kick out right there. So good ball movement.
Jumper showing a little press, giving a little pressure. And they'll turn him over. Lewis with it. He's driving.
This is Stanford Street.
I thought we were going to get a heat check there.
I know. Grundy will take it.
Yo,
I'll stop talking to you, bro.
It's just a little hard. Higginbotham with the rebound.
I'd like to see Cole knock down a couple. He hadn't shot it as well maybe this year
No,
as he
I
has
can
the last
multitask.
couple. But he's doing a lot of other stuff, though.
I'd like to see his attempts. I wonder what he gets per game. I know if he's open, he'll take it.
was that Jordan's signature shimmy?
And that's P-Rat drives in. He runs into a wall. Jumpers get the rebound.
Yo, did you see that?
Yeah,
Trying to keep my roster close, Coach. They're going to get a foul on
it's off 5-star?
Halbrook.
4-star.
I think he's like 6 or 7.
No, like, actually, I heard he was 5.
And like we said earlier, if you hang around with us, we're going to talk a little bit about Briar Jumper legend
No, I know.
There's another 3 attempt.
Dick Mitchell as Absher gets the 3. That'll draw a quick timeout, Coach. That's the start you want.
Yeah, it is. I think talks about you don't want this to be a trap game, and it looks like we're going to come out and take care of business.
I don't even want to be like that.
That's what Coach Young wanted to see.
Yeah, you want to be efficient tonight, and I mean it's 11-0. That's right where you want to be.
If I'm working the camera.
I don't know if I expected that, but we'll take it.
But games like this, I feel like can be good confidence builders. I think they're good to have maybe a game that you should win or have a good chance at, and sprinkled in throughout your schedule so the guys can maybe get some confidence, maybe get some young guys some run.
Yo, how do I turn the
We'll
mic
see
off,
if
bro?
If that plays out as the game goes on.
I was thinking the same thing,
Yeah.
man. A good
Who
night to
even
get
cares
younger
for it, bro?
guys, some varsity minutes.
I ain't care for it. What are you talking about?
I
We
see.
played,
Oh, it's
I think
right
we
here.
played 7 guys
Is that
last
it,
night.
actually?
It's not always going. You might
think
get a
they won it
tournament
all,
game,
bro.
get a little foul
Mine.
trouble. So getting some depth built is always a good thing.
And one of those pieces that usually gets a little run off the bench is Rollridge. He took a cut over his eye against McQuarrie as Somerset gets the steal. So I think they're letting that eye heal up a little bit, but you'd like to see him get some run tonight because you're probably going to need him in the postseason with some foul trouble that always pops up.
Yeah, and his athleticism. You'll get some of these teams that matchup wise, you need a little athleticism at times. So looks like they're going to get on the board there for the first time.
That was Halbrook with the turnaround jump shot. It's good.
Yeah.
Jumpers lead 11-2.
Come out. They switched up to a man-to-man right now, so we'll see if we can get some. Looks like they're going to.
Go down on the block to Absher. He'll roll baseline, kick it out. Lewis with the 3. That's off.
Grundy with a big rebound.
He threw it away.
Yeah.
Bartley comes out with it. That's out to Stevens for 3. That's off. Jumpers tap it around. Bartley gets it. I don't even think he jumped off the ground to get that one. You can hear Young. He's calling out a play.
They usually turn it off, and we didn't know it was
Asher will
on.
take the three.
So, just be aware.
That's good. I mean, if they're not going to guard you out there, I mean, if it's going to be that open, we're going to take them.
We came in the game shooting 37%. At this rate, he's going to get up to 40, 42% before the game's over. So
Absher certainly has his shot going in just the right time. They're going to get a foul. Who would that go on? Was that on Barkley? No, that was on Stevens.
Is that not W Entertainment?
Marcus Jones coming in for Bartley here.
We love Marcus the Juggernaut.
Yeah, he's
going to get a hold, didn't he? A little handful of jersey.
Yeah, didn't really need to do that. But Marcus is an energy guy for us. He comes in and plays hard, and been really impressed with his development and improvement this year.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Man, the way he's come along has been fantastic. He's such a change of pace for Coach Young between Bartley. I mean, it's just such a difference. Like you say, he's an energy guy, instant energy.
He's gotten a lot more physical this year as well, I think. Just seeing him some in middle school till now.
Grundy with the Euro step. He scores it.
Yeah, nice play right there.
It was. I think he made one kind of like that last night. Remember that? I thought he got fouled. He kind of banked it in.
Cole's been drawing, he's been drawing the toughest defensive assignments night in and night out and been doing a great job defensively as well. So
that's Holbrook again. Yeah, he has. He's been asked to do a lot, as you do with your seniors.
Yep.
What's it going to take to get Marcus out on a football field sometime?
We're working on it. He's played in the past.
Yeah.
So we'd love to see him get back out there for sure.
Such an athlete.
Yep.
High character kid. We love Marcus. Yep. Jumpers turn it over. They lead 16-4. We're under 3 minutes in the first quarter. And at the break, we'll talk a little bit about Dick Mitchell as Higginbotham gets one to go on the baseline.
Big man had pretty good touch on that.
That was nice. Absher gets it on the baseline. He's having a night so far. Jumpers in that. Looks like, a little 2-1-2?
Yeah, 2-2-1, 2-1-2. They're just kind of slowing the pace down. They handled it pretty well.
Yeah. Higginbotham gets another. Jumpers lead 18-8. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Absher on the drive. He'll kick to Grundy, just like you said. Short. Good look. He'll wish he had that one back.
Good dish, though,
It was.
I think Aiden's 6 of 6 right now. It's hard to turn down shots when you're that hot.
Good for him, yeah. We're going to have to maybe do something about Higginbotham is heating up. And I'm going to tell you this. Every time he makes one, he runs back down the court like he's done it a million times. So, yeah, he's certainly no stranger to making that shot, looks like.
Got quite a few. Got Maddox, Cup, and Woolridge in the game, along with Bartley coming back in. So,
and you can see Woolridge with that tape over his eye. He suffered a cut. I think he went maybe head-butted with a player at McQuarrie Central. Got a little cut on his eye. I don't think any stitches. Maybe just some glue in there. Tough kid, but yeah, glad to see him getting some minutes tonight. Lewis on the wing. He goes back out to Cup. As Woolridge looks in. They're going to get Bartley on the block-to-block. He kicks it out.
Good swing.
Love that. Get in there.
There you go.
That's good.
That extra pass, normally, the ball knows what to do when you pass the ball well. So that's what I always feel. Make those extra passes, and the jump shots seem to go in.
Poor Bartley. He's picked on a little bit right there, huh?
Yeah.
Not much there.
Might have a tad bit of a reputation here in the 12th region.
Jumpers will take the physicality. They'll trade that. They're going to need that. As Bluegrass inbounds it, they get a short jumper. I think that's pretty rad.
See if we can push it right here on the transition.
Absher drives.
Good. One more pass. Let's see if we get this open shot. Good turn down.
And that's Cup on the drive. He'll draw the foul. That was nice.
Good ball movement. We feel like the ball's been whipping around here early in the game, which is always a good sign. Getting a lot of guys involved.
Lewis backs it out. I don't think they're holding for one. I think they're just going to run their offense. Maybe. Little spread weave here, getting a high screen. Absher will take it. He loses it. Oh, okay. Well, just slipped out of his hands.
We'll get a little break here. Good time.
That's a good sub. And
Yep.
Little extra breather going into the
quarter timeout. Keep it a double digit. Let's get a stop right here.
Jumpers in man. That's Graham over to Higginbotham.
Good ball fake.
Nice drive.
Was a good drive.
By P-Rat. He's been pretty aggressive.
Yeah, Woolrich, young guy, the ball fake got him up in the air, and he was able to get around. So, sure Coach Young would rather see that close out and stay on the ground with their hands up there.
Good coachable moment there. As P-Rat lines up the first, he'll get a nice stroke. You got to appreciate Bluegrass for coming down on a Friday night from Lexington. I mean, honestly, man, it's been cold up there.
Icy up there.
Icy.
I don't think anybody's been in school all week in the Fayette County School District. So, it's
And he'll get them both. About 6 seconds left. Jumpers lead 21-12. They'll inbound. Little give and go. Oh, and good extra pass. Grundy takes it. That's good.
Right.
Big three by Grundy. They take it the length of the floor in 6 seconds and score right before the break. Coach, what do you think? First quarter.
I think it happened exactly how you wanted to. I think we hit five or six 3-pointers there in the first quarter. Good ball movement. Bluegrass, we jumped out on them, I think 11-0 before their first bucket. So they've settled in a little bit there, but that big three right there as time expired to push that lead back out to 12 was big for us.
We'll take a moment here. We're going to talk about Wallace Eugene Dick Mitchell. He is our Somerset High School Distinguished Alumni. We're going to pay tribute to him. He just passed away, 95 years old. A little bit about his high school athletics. He's a 3-sport athlete, football, basketball, and track. Coach, he originally came from Hazard, but transferred down here and led Somerset as a team captain to a 9-2 record with 11 touchdowns. He scored 2 touchdowns in a key victory over Henry Clay, which helped secure the program's first win in 13 years. He was part of Somerset's first bowl appearance and victory. I think I sent that to you where they beat Everts.
In the Rec Bowl, I think.
In the Rec Bowl.
Rec Bowl is still going on at Montgomery County and Mount Sterling each year.
And that was the first Rec Bowl they ever had. Jumpers go up there. They get presented a trophy by Bear Bryant himself. And, of course, Dick Mitchell goes on to play at UK for Coach Bryant for 4 years. We'll talk more about that at the half, but we certainly want to do our due diligence and pay tribute to an absolute legend of a man. That's Dick Mitchell, gone at 95, the ripe old age of 95. Good man. Jumpers back in action. They go down to Grundy. That's nice.
Yes. Moving forward, we need Cole, J. Lou, Josh Lewis, those guys, being able to come in and be that second, third scorer, along with Aiden, is going to be a big coming down the stretch here. Brock Stevens is another one. Those 3 guys are averaging right at about 10 points, all 3 of them, and so it's going to be important for those guys to stay hot, playing well.
Absher certainly no stranger to double teams and being chased and harassed, and like you say, to give him some relief, get some other guys to really get some points up as Absher gets it on the block. But they're rounding into shape. I mean, that was such a good win last night over Pulaski. Big implications. As, again, Somerset's showing some press, and Bluegrass handles it. They get the attempt. It's no good.
Bartley disrupted that shot there at the basket without fouling. That's always a good shot.
And then he decided to make up for it. decided to make up for it on the other end. A little aggressive by Bartley. We may not see him a while. That's 2 on Bartley as the Juggernauts checking back in.
It's like one shaking up there. It's Carson Charles. Maybe took a finger to the eye from Bartley.
There's a mic on the camera so they can see. Oh, I don't know. He texted me to tell me.
Turned it over there in transition. Good pass. Bluegrass United there with a nice pass.
Yeah, they fixed it.
Coach Young get a timeout.
Sorry, Coach.
I was fixing a
little technical difficulty.
Yeah, I had a mic on the camera. Let's go back to Dick Mitchell. You know, Coach, I know you're all too familiar. I'm sure most people know this about you. I love to say it. I know you're proud of it. I mean, look, you've got incredible coaching accomplishments in your own right. You're a state champion, but your father played basketball for Adolph Rupp. I don't know if many people know that. Talk a little bit about who your dad is and his time at UK.
Yeah, Dad played basketball at Anderson High School in Indiana, and actually got recruited by Coach Rupp. His sophomore year, he played Louis Dampier in the Final Four of the Indiana State Champions. So UK started recruiting him, and he came to Kentucky and was a sophomore on Rupp's Runts, was a senior with Issel, Pratt, and Casey when they were sophomores, the Kittens. So good times. He just had a Rupp's Front reunion. We were able to go up, and my boys were able to meet a lot of the Runts, Dampier and Riley and those guys at that reunion just a few weeks ago. So
I think the only one that wasn't there was maybe Conley. He's a little
Conley was sick
under the weather,
and I think it's Cron that had passed away. If I'm not, there's one that's passed away, and then Conley wasn't there. So and that's maybe the 3rd or 4th time they've had a reunion. The first one I think was in '89 or '90, whatever the 25th reunion. I got to go up to that as well. I skipped the meeting all the Runts because I was able to go out and at shoot around for UK that year and rebound for Jamal Mashburn his freshman or sophomore year.
Hey, not a bad way to miss the reunion anyway.
Yeah, I think that was '91. I think it was the year before the Unforgettables.
Yeah.
So Mash would have been a sophomore, and Pelfrey and them would have been juniors that year. So, but yeah, it's been a lot of good times, associated with that aspect of it.
Well, just so you know, I would never grow tired of any story you want to tell about those times. I'm a big fan, and we talk about Dick Mitchell. And of course, you're our football coach, and he really was a star here, and he goes on to play for Bear Bryant. It's always amazed me that we've had a couple guys, Ray Carell, Dick Mitchell, that played for Bear Bryant, such a small school with such rich history. What does that mean to you as the football coach, knowing that you're here and that's part of the lure, the legacy at Somerset?
Well, this coming season will be the 120th year of Somerset football, and back 100 years ago, there was not a whole lot of schools that played football, and so you see Somerset, and they've played Louisville Male, and they've played the Lexington schools and all that kind of stuff as a small school in central Kentucky. So, it's really cool. There's tons of history. There's lots of stories, and it's always good to hear those stories and whatnot. So, and I think that's the fun part. Obviously coaching here, I coached at Danville, 2 similar storied past where both of them have played football for well over 100 years, and you realize really quick that you're just a placeholder, and you remind the players, like, this program's, been here over 100 years, and it's going to be here 100 more years, hopefully. And so you're just a little blip on the radar, and let's represent it well and work hard and do what we need to do to make sure that we keep the tradition alive and whatnot.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job. I think that's well said. And we just saw one of your prize players, Woolridge, get the lay-in on the other end as the Jumpers are ahead 35-14. We're live with Coach Clevenger. We're talking Dick Mitchell. We're talking all things Somerset UK. as the Jumpers are in control early, up 21. And Woolridge stays in, so he's getting good quality minutes tonight.
Yep. Yeah, I think this is my opinion, for Coach Young, this is playing out exactly how you'd want. You come out, get off to a really good start, knock down shots, keep confidence, keep your rhythm and going from that standpoint, and then hopefully be able to get some young guys some run here and let them get some confidence as well.
Really nice leave by Cup. Back to Woolridge. That's back-to-back baskets. And like you say, man, Woolridge getting confidence in varsity is it's huge going forward for depth and athleticism, as you mentioned. He's certainly an athlete on the football field.
Guys are getting after defensively too. You're not seeing a letdown because they got a big lead. Guys are playing hard, challenging everything, which is always a good sign too.
That looked like that was P-Rat on the drive. He misses, but they get the 50-50. That's the give and go. That's blocked.
Good block by Woolridge right there coming off weak side.
That's Carson Charles with a nice 3. He'll get that to go. He just kind of got away, and they couldn't find him. But that happens on those long rebounds.
Well, that was off a block shot, and we were aggressive, played good defense. Sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way. So
Lewis on the kick out from Absher. So the Jumpers get it right back. You know as well as I do, those shooting percentages go way up when it's an inside-out step-in 3.
That's right.
And Lewis knocked it down.
Catching the ball in rhythm and shooting the ball in rhythm is very important.
Nice drive by P-Rat. He's been aggressive all night. He's a nice little player. I like what P-Rat gives them. And they've dropped into a zone.
Yeah, they're trying to, they've given up 40 points here in less than, a half.
We got an illegal screen?
Maybe.
Yeah. It's on Woolridge. He's got 2, and Grundy comes back in. I'd like to see Marcus with maybe a little back to the basket move. I just want to see what he's kind of got on the block. We know he can get putbacks and he's really active in that way. I'd like to see him make a move. I know he has it. That's Lewis. He's hounding Graham out on the perimeter.
Like you said, the defensive intensity is not. Oh.
Got him with the hip.
Yep, got under. That's 2. We're getting a little bit of foul trouble.
Yeah, we are. We may see some of these younger guys faster than we thought. That's going to send Higginbotham to the line. I'm trying to get a free throw percentage for him. I'm not seeing anything.
We'll say 60%.
There we go.
There you go. Oh, that's a good-looking stroke.
Yeah,
there. He might be a little higher than that.
He's nice, man.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty stroke. Coach, aside from being great at football, Dick Mitchell was all district and all region in basketball. He even scored 23 and 14 points in state tournament games.
Third and play goal by Stevens.
Stevens knocks down the 3.
Yep.
Mitchell won 4 regional track events in 1949, and he was inducted into Somerset High School's first ever Athletic Hall of Fame, the first ever class for the Hall of Fame, which I'd say was well-deserved. I'd say he was a shoo-in for the first class. And we'll get back to more about him and his career at UK, which is quite impressive as well.
See.
Under a minute and a half.
Not get sloppy here. Go up, Marcus.
Here's Marcus. He misses Absher with the offensive rebound. Little contact. It's going to go the other way.
We're not getting the ticky-tack fouls that they're getting right now, I don't think.
Jumpers got to play through a little bit of frustration right now. Still leading by 19. And they'll turn it over.
Job stepping over by Marcus right there. Your pass ahead.
Marcus with a putback. Just off.
I think that was Aiden's first miss. Probably the easiest shot he's had all evening.
I
right there.
I better get our half court shot.
I got to tell him to shoot it.
Coach Aiken's doing a little bit of everything tonight, so he's going down to get the half court shot. Let's see if we can get it. Good strong drive there by Absher. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Aiden's a 84% free throw shooter on the year. Knocks down the first. Knocks down both of them. 45-24. 18 seconds left right here. Let's see if we can keep them. Hold them right here before half. Good rebound. Oh, Marcus got grabbed that. Nice block by Marcus
block.
Jones.
Sorry, Coach. We're lining up our half court shot. Let me go down here and make sure this is. They may announce the cheerleaders. We'll be right back.
Check. They may be announcing the cheerleader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. We would like to welcome back our Somerset High School varsity cheerleaders. They have been down in Florida. We are very proud and very excited to welcome them home after winning the 2026 World Championship and the UCLA National Championships this past weekend.
So, hey, what'd you tell your dad? You say, hey, man, I'm going to rebound from Jamal.
Yeah, exactly right. They were having a little. I was, 13? Had taken a buddy.
This year at the World.
They said you can go back there with the reception, or you can go out here on the floor where they're shooting. And we just went out on the floor where they were shooting.
Won the world title. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, please a big round of applause.
I don't know if you saw it.
2026
Tino had
World
Riley
Somerset
speak to the team.
I did see it. I saw the video.
The video of it just reached. It just kind of circulated. Yeah.
Because Riley was like still young, and you know what I mean.
He was the top. I mean, 91. He was the
He
man.
said it was like the greatest experience of his life playing at UK.
Yeah. And he's just won 3 or 4 NBA championships in the last.
That's a big deal, dude. I don't think he'd been back
yet
since that when he went the other night.
No, they had done it. They did a 50-year reunion 10 years ago, and he didn't make it back from that.
I don't see him. Don't worry about it. He's not there. Yeah, don't worry about it. Ian Muse was going to be our half court because he's the only senior I saw in the student section, but I don't know where he's gone. Hey, dude. Hey, your money in this, dude. It's real. I'm not kidding you. I'm having to I have the elbow claw to give me some feedback. But it's like I told Claw, I was like, dude, Clay knows basketball, dude. Like he knows it. He knows it as well as any of us, if not more. I mean, if your dad played for Rupp, you gotta know a little bit of basketball. Jesus Christ.
Hell, he was a high school coach for 9 years too.
Was he?
In
Okay,
Mercer
yeah,
County.
yeah. Who was that?
Oh, is it still on?
Are you there? It might have been from earlier. My sister.
Check, check. All right, we're back. We're going to talk a little bit more. I'm with Coach Clay Clevenger here, Somerset head football coach. We are trying to pay tribute to Wallace Eugene Dick Mitchell, Somerset UK legend. Coach, let me tell you a little bit about his career at UK. So he started halfback and safety under Paul Bear Bryant, the legendary coach. Played both offense and defense. He averaged 38 minutes a game. In his senior season, he had 381 carries for 4.7 yards per carry. He helped lead Kentucky to multiple winning seasons and bowl appearances. I believe they beat Tennessee all 4 years that he was at UK, which is something that we haven't been able to say hardly ever. He received a UK Football Scholarship Award in 1954, and he earned AB and MA degrees in 1954. Coach, what do you think about what's that mean to you, that kind of career for somebody like that at UK under Bear Bryant?
Well, I mean, the first thing that jumps out is that they were playing Ironman football back then, where guys were going both ways. And, it's just, it was really probably the pinnacle of UK football at that era under Coach Bryant, as far as the success that they were able to have, the bowl wins, playing for national championships. And so just being a part of that legacy, both at Somerset and then moving on and doing it at the University of Kentucky in their football program, is something that's really cool.
They must have stayed, he and Coach Bryant must have stayed pretty close, because I saw a picture on Facebook after his passing. I think his daughter had it or maybe had posted it, and it was Coach Bryant at Dick Mitchell's wife's 50th birthday party. So they must have been pretty close for him to. And Coach Bryant was pretty old at that time, so they must have been pretty tight to have for him to come down for that.
When Coach Bryant was here, he was a young coach at that time, and so I think sometimes you probably make a little bit more connection with some of the guys. You're not too far off in age.
True.
At times. So, but no, it's really cool, and then obviously his post-athletic career and his career in the military was probably even more impressive than what he was able to do, at both Somerset and the University of Kentucky.
Well, and, you said it earlier, it's, over 100 years, and, you've had great success here so far, and still pretty young in your tenure here, though not young in your tenure as a head coach. And, big things happening on the football side. We go by and we see the progress every day on the building. Talk a little bit to us about what that means to you and how exciting that is as you move into off season and then get ready for preseason and eventually starting the next actual season.
Yeah, I mean, we got going back. So as Christmas break ended there in January when we started school back, and lifting 3 days a week right now, and kids are working really hard. We work 2 groups. We have a 6 a.m. group, which is kind of our younger group, and then we have our weightlifting class comes in at 7 o'clock, and so we're averaging between 40 and 50 kids, day in and day out on those, and like I said, they're working hard, and the building and the progress and all the excitement. I mean, that's going to be, a state-of-the-art facility. It's going to be second to none as far as high school facilities go in the state and really around the country. And starting to kind of sink in, like this is, I've walked in it the last week or so, and it's enormous inside, and you realize like how much we'll be able to do in the development of our players and development of our program, hopefully, with the facilities and not just football. I think every sport, can between the weight room that we're going to be able to implement and the actual indoor turf facility, I think all sports will be able to benefit from it. So it's exciting times for Somerset athletics.
And it looks great over there, and I can't wait to see the finished product. And hey, how you replace Chris Hughes?
That's a good question.
Oh, man. Chris with an outstanding career, all-time leading rusher, all-time leading touchdowns. Rushing touchdowns.
Points scored. He has a lot of records right now. So he, phenomenal senior season, phenomenal career. Really kind of put us on his back this year in a lot of ways. Quarterback goes down first game of the season. He comes in and plays quarterback, and maybe more impressive, he threw for over 1,000 yards this year.
The guy can throw it. I mean, when he needed him to.
Another punter gets hurt, he goes in, has like a 50-yard punt against Danville, has an intercept. I mean, like just whatever the game kind of dictated, he was able to kind of do for us. And so we're gonna probably need multiple guys to be able to fill his shoes. That's for sure.
That's Chris Hughes carrying on that Somerset football tradition. Certainly started way back with Dick Mitchell and Ray Carell and some Somerset greats. We're back in action as Lewis starts us off with a 3 in the second half, and the Jumpers lead 48-24.
I don't know. I haven't kept track, but I think we're probably 8 out of 10 or 8 out of 11 from 3. We've shot the ball really, really well tonight.
Certainly shooting it well tonight. They shot it well in the first half last night against Pulaski. And like you say, they're continuing that. They're really feeling it tonight. Grundy gets it in the corner. He'll drive for a little pull-up. That's short. That's P-Rat again. He looks in there. You don't want to give him that.
Big man stepped out for the 3.
Higginbotham, he misses. Jumpers the other way. Aiden will line it up. That's good.
Yep.
That gets a quick timeout from Bluegrass United.
If you're Bluegrass United, there's one guy that you don't want to leave open, and they did that time, so he made them pay. But
if you're Bluegrass United, what's your goal with a game like this? You're outmatched. Look, there's no doubt about it. But what are you trying to accomplish in a game like tonight?
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about the program. It's a homeschool. I don't know I guess it's a conglomerate. So kids that are homeschooled throughout maybe Central Kentucky, Lexington area come together and are able to field a basket. And I think that's neat. That's cool that they're getting that experience and that opportunity, because, there's a lot of kids that do the homeschooling. And so missing out on that, maybe the extracurriculars that you might miss in a educational situation like that. Being able to come in and do this is, I'm sure it's something that these kids look forward to on a day in and day out basis, being able to get out and interact with teams their
Wish
own
I could have been a fly on the wall when they walked into this old gym. What they thought about it. Of course, we are part of the Glory Road Gymnasiums, one of the oldest still active gymnasiums in the state of Kentucky. That is it right here at the Briar Patch, Somerset High School, and Jonathan Purdue Court. As the jumpers come back out in a light press, they're going to get a 3 out of that. That's by P-Rat. It's no good. They get the offensive rebound. And that was Charles. He misses.
Get the whistle under the basket there. Josh with a nice block out. Working on Josh, trying to get him back out on the football field, too. He didn't play this year, but
he was a nice receiver for you there a couple years ago, right?
He was. So
get some muscle on him and keep him healthy, man. He's just such a good athlete. Absher on the drive. He goes to Lewis, aforementioned, for 3. That's off. Higginbotham.
Ooh.
What they call there? No.
Called a foul, and Cole coming in there maybe a little late, but I like the aggressiveness, like attacking the basketball right there.
I think even Cole was like, what? Okay.
Might have got him confused with Jake there.
Yeah. Jumper showing a little 2-2-1.
Trying to slow him down a little bit. I think this is one of those games where you can work on some things like that maybe you haven't gotten to.
Took the words right out of my mouth, man.
So
it's scout team and a real game.
Yep.
It's really valuable.
It is, and I think this is a good time of year for it, just to kind of sharpen everything up, going into these last couple of weeks of the season.
That's Carson Charles knocks down the 3. Good looking stroke there from the junior. He goes 6 feet, 155 pounds. Nice shot. Grundy wanting to clear Bartley out. Gets it on the flex cut. Yeah. And one. And they run a lot of that flex action. Yeah. And, you know as well as I do, you'll see that action all the way up through the professional level. You just get a lot of good cuts out of that if run correctly. Let's see if Lewis can make good. He does. We want to send a congratulations out to our cheerleaders who were recognized at halftime. They went down to the Nationals competition in Florida and came home world champs for their division. So we want to congratulate Coach Bruner, the seniors, and all the girls on the cheerleading team for an outstanding season.
Cole with a great drive right there. Yeah, these girls, our cheer program is awesome. Beth does a great job with the cheer, and those girls work. I don't know how many hours they put in between going to games and traveling around the state, cheering on the sidelines for football and basketball, and then doing their own stuff. My hats goes off to them. I've always said I think they're probably the hardest working group, at the high school. So, and then to go down and be able to win that world championship, I know was special for them.
I think the jackets are cool. I love that. There's a lot of pride there. Beth, like you say, does an outstanding job. She put 3 sons through our football program herself. A couple of them played for you. And, just an outstanding job by the Somerset cheerleaders. Congratulations again. Jumpers lead here, pretty comfortable. As Absher drives, gets easy lay-in.
I don't know if they meant to clear out, but he found himself in a kind of a clear-out situation right there.
So open, I don't think he realized it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a wall.
Yep. Yeah, poor kid.
And let me tell you, Landon Graham, you're not alone. There have been many a guard run into that same wall, young man. You handled it well. They'll turn it over. Jumpers coming the other way. Comfortable lead here, about 31 points. As Bartley holds off Higginbotham, gets the double.
Cut right there.
Little UCLA cut.
Yeah.
And he gets it on the give and go, and he'll go to the line. I'd like to see Lewis get going. Like you were talking earlier, getting some guys in a scoring mode outside Absher, and Lewis is certainly one of them along with Grundy. I want to see him get going too.
Well, Josh kind of had a broken wrist there and really got cleared about the first week of the season, I want to think. So he missed a lot of the fall, 6 or 8 weeks of being able to shoot the basketball. So kind of expected him to be a little bit late developing this season, and I thought he looked good last night against PC, and then tonight the stroke looks really good. He knocked down 2 big free throws last night.
Those were big.
Nice.
Those were big.
And he got that, was his freshman year. He was over there and knocked couple free throws down to win the district championship. So we know he's got some ice in his veins.
What I like about Josh is you'll see him clapping in between plays, and you can tell he knows how to lead and get his team involved. He listens to his coach, coachable. As
Good
Marcus, that was
good defense there.
Was.
Maybe got him a little bit on the arm.
Moving his feet, challenging, and then he's going to get a foul. We'll follow up on, we got much more on Dick Mitchell. Certainly got to get to his career in the military, a decorated military career, and we want to honor him appropriately. We'll get to that in between the third and fourth quarter. Right now, Jumper's taking care of business. What do you do when you were talking about Lewis with an injury? I mean, as a coach, do you train yourself? It's part of it. You get a key player go down. I know you guys lost a quarterback early in the season. Do you shake that off pretty quickly, or do you give yourself a little time to be frustrated over it? And then how do you manage that, Coach?
Well, I think as a coach, you gotta pretend like it's just business as usual, next man up mentality. Because if you get rattled, your team's going to get rattled. So, I know from the football standpoint, the message to our guys was, look, Chris could have probably been the starting quarterback from day one anyway. So we're going to go to that point, and we have full confidence that he can get the job done. And so I think that's what you've got to do. And nice drive right there by Cup, and a nice pass. But I think anytime you're dealing with injury, no matter the significance or what player it is, the next man up mentality is important to have.
As Marcus goes to the line, he'll take 2, as Coach Clevenger said on the drive. Cup's been good all night, driving and dumping. Nice bounce pass there to Marcus. I want to see him finish through some contact. And that'll come with getting stronger, getting more comfortable. And he'll miss them both. You don't want that to go into the scouting report. That'll be one they may look to foul. I thought Somerset had a lot of pressure at the end of that game last night, and I'm sure that's something they're going to look at in the future, try to get, as they throw it away there, get a little sloppy.
Game sped up there a little bit.
And that's Carson Charles again. That's 2 this half. And again, he's running back down the floor like he's done that a million times. So certainly a confident stroke from him. And again, Bluegrass is 5-0 in their conference. As Lewis comes back.
Go by Lewis.
Josh and Aiden are our 2 leading 3-point shooters, and they've shot the ball really well tonight. So
I know when we're talking about injuries in years past, this was always that time of year that you wanted to start getting healthy again. From your midseason sort of getting banged up. So right now, Somerset in good position, and you hope to keep that going. I think we'll see some young guys in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, there was a JV game before that we won. I didn't write down the final score. I think it was about a 10-point win with our JV guys. So those guys have already played in one game tonight, but I'm sure that we'll see some of them, like you said, in the fourth quarter here. But in game conditioning, I think back-to-back nights, you don't ever know what the tournament might throw at you. So all these can be a positive to be able to have to go through.
I thought we were a little more conditioned than Pulaski last night. Of course, they've been out of school for 2 weeks. Yep. And we were able to get a game with McQuarrie Central coming out of the Class A, and I thought we were just a little more. And even still, I thought we were breathing hard. But when you haven't played a game speed is just so much different.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's only so much that you can replicate in practice. Good deflection right there by Woolridge.
There you go. That's nice touch.
Really
Really gathered himself there, didn't he?
Yeah, this time next year he'll be flushing that.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yep.
I think he's got a younger sibling that's flushing those already, right?
Not quite, but
Yeah.
he's it won't be long for him either.
Yeah. Jumpers lead 66-31. And, we mentioned earlier, you get the win over Pulaski last night. That finishes Somerset at 5-1 in the district, tied with Pulaski. But as it stands now, Somerset gets the nod for the 1 seed due to their higher RPI, which isn't by much. But that's valuable, getting that 1 seed.
It for sure is. I mean, district right now, I think there's not a whole lot separating the top 3 teams. Obviously, Somerset has the best record right now, but Rockcastle's a dangerous team. I think staying away from them in that elimination game will be big. And I think I've always thought that in a single game elimination, that first game is always the hardest one to win. You got the most pressure on, so maybe having a little bit lesser team on that. I think we've got the running clock going now. Micah Sizemore, a freshman, took out Aiden Absher, so seeing some young guys get out there on the clock or get some run right now.
And you're right about the not wanting to see. I was talking to Coach Laughlin earlier. You're going to have to, at some point, you're going to have to beat good teams in postseason, but you'd rather avoid them in that first elimination, if you can help it. I'd rather not have to beat a really good team early. Not that Casey or Rock is not capable of jumping up and beating somebody, but you'd like to not have as much stress. But let me tell you, it is stressful. That first, it's elimination. You know better than I do. They all are in football.
Yeah, and football is maybe a little bit different, but I'll say that. I mean, anytime that you're a favorite in a single elimination, especially early on in the playoffs, I just feel like the pressure's on that team. And when you're dealing with, young men, 16, 17, 18-year-olds, they all handle pressure a little bit different. So that's a great drive right there by
Cup. Gets it on the
been really
baseline.
Impressed with him throughout the
nice
season.
Tonight.
He's given them some good minutes.
He went through his own sort of he was sick and had to miss some time, and I think he's getting back to full speed.
Yeah, he's somebody that can give them a little bit of depth there in the backcourt.
We're seeing a senior, a fan favorite, a team favorite.
Aiden Collier.
Collier checking in.
Yeah.
Beloved by his teammates, classmates, teachers and staff. I see Coach Birkin and Miss Baker in the building. Getting their time in tonight as Marcus checks out. As we wind down the quarter, Coach, let me tell you a little bit more about this. Will be the last I'll say. Again, we're trying to honor Dick Mitchell, Somerset great, UK great. Jumpers take a 68-34 lead into the fourth quarter. Coach, he had a 26-year career in the United States Air Force as a fighter pilot. And Dick Mitchell flew 177 combat missions in Vietnam. He was base commander at Shaw Air Force Base, retired as a lieutenant colonel. His decorations include Distinguished Flying Cross, Meritorious Service Medal, Air Medal with multiple oak leaf clusters, and Air Force Commendation Medal. He never lost a plane in 26 years of flying. What do you think about that?
That's pretty cool. I think that's I think flying fighter jets is something that everybody's like, man, that would be really cool to be able to do. And obviously he did it and did it very, very well. And I say it just goes in, those guys obviously have to have really good reflexes and really good, hand-eye coordination and being able to be able to think quickly. I think all that goes back into probably his athleticism and his abilities on the court. Probably helped to train him, in those pressure moments. All that kind of stuff, I think, goes hand in hand. And I think that's the great thing about sports, about high school sports, is that these kids are learning so much more than just wins and losses from whatever sport that they might be competing in. They're learning how to compete. They're learning how to, do things hopefully the right way and work hard and learning a lot of lessons that carry them on, whatever careers they're going to go to.
And if there's ever a way to learn about pressure that you might face in a fighter plane, it would be through Coach Clark and Bear Bryant.
Yeah, I'd say he was very well prepared.
About the only coaches that could apply the similar kind of pressure. What a distinguished career. Want to say again, Wallace, Eugene, Dick Mitchell, his life reflected excellence, leadership, and service. He was a true Briar Jumper legend on the field and in the air, and he will be missed, and we send our condolences to his family. I was happy to get Coach Clevenger to get this football tradition and have a football coach on. It was important to him as well, and we're happy to be able to talk about him a little bit more. He will never be forgotten. Dick Mitchell, 95 years old. Jumpers back at it. Lots of subs. Who we got right now? We got Tripp Holzclaw.
Yep. Collier.
Cup. Looks like Sizemore.
Yep.
Is that going to send Collier to the line? Good. Let's
yep.
get him on the board. Like you say, got that running clock. I'm not sure the number on that. Is it 40 after? Is it 30?
35.
35?
Yep.
Okay. Had a couple running clocks yourself in football this season. But you know what? We evened it out with a couple of long ones in against Southwestern, some rain delays, lightning delays.
Yeah, that was a real long night.
And so it evened out as Collier makes the first, misses the second.
Oh.
Sizemore gets in the book. A little over the back there.
I don't think they called a foul. They just
okay.
They're say out of bounds.
I see that now.
Mike is another good young baseball player, trying to get him back out on the football, play middle school football. I'm plugging all these guys.
Well, you need to, man. That's right. Higginbotham, nice little turnaround. There's something there with him. There's something to work with him for sure. There goes Cup again. He's been good all night getting in the paint.
Get in there.
Get in there.
Oh, he's on line, a little short. Yep. Good battle right there.
Man, he is active on the offensive glass.
Things you think about, I mean, where does this team practice? What's their home
That's a good question.
Those are questions I would probably have. Good take there by Woolridge.
Well, and they may not be far away. I mean, we've seen some teams, certainly Somerset Christian started in a similar place. I'd say there was a time. Yeah.
If you get the right mix of coaching and talent in, it doesn't take long, especially in basketball when you're playing five. I know.
Not to mention being in Lexington.
Yeah.
They're going to – they may start off with maybe a couple of guys that good players maybe couldn't get a lot of time at a school, but as Woolridge goes to the line with that was a nice physical drive. He didn't finish it, but it was I liked what I saw there. They go back into Higginbotham. Good defense by Holzclaw. We want to wish our 8th grade jumpers luck at the state tournament this weekend.
Yeah.
I think they headed out tonight as Bluegrass gets another 3.
They had a big win last night over North, come from behind, victory over North.
I saw Claw. He was walking tall today after 2 victories last night against Northern. They've gotten the better of us for years. Higginbotham misses 2. Jumpers can't get the rebound.
In there, rip it out.
There you go, Sizemore.
Don't call a foul.
So, Coach, what is next for football? What's coming up next? I know spring starts, I guess, probably another month or so, 2 months.
Yeah, kind of just off season, 3-4 days a week right now, weight training. We'll do that up till spring break, and then after spring break, we'll have some spring practice time. So right now, just trying to get them bigger and faster and stronger, and get them built up. Get their bodies built up, to be able to withstand hopefully another long season.
For those of you listening at home that aren't familiar, Coach Clevenger has had a very successful weight program. Certainly something I know you put a lot of time into. It's something that's really important to you, and something that is valuable. And I know statistics back that up anyway. And right now is the time that those kids can really make headway in that department.
Yeah, it's really one of the more fun parts of my job. It's something I've always enjoyed, is getting in and working with these guys in the weight room and the physical development you can see from a kid between, a lot of times we start working with them, spring of their 8th grade year up through their junior and senior years. It's just remarkable what the human body does over the course of a young man, in that age range, and how much stronger and just how they can change their bodies. So that's fun to see that development.
Yeah, and kids get into it too. I mean, they're looking in the mirror, all the time, trying to see what kind of, progress they're making. I want to give a shout out to our guys in the basement, Coach Laughlin, our guy Adam Hayes. They're working hard on the girls basketball side. Seen a lot of progress on that side. Seen a lot of improvement. Really proud of those guys, not just friends, colleagues, but good men.
No, I think Coach Laughlin has been steady. I think is a good good way to put it, and he's got really good young talent, and sometimes the best thing as a coach for players is birthdays. We've heard that for a long time, but you can't rush it. And as much as adults and as coaches want to rush things when you got young teams, but Coach Laughlin's he's a patient. He's one of the best humans I know as far as just being a positive role model for kids.
Well, and like you say, when the care for the kids is there, and it's there with him, that's number one. And Coach Laughlin, Coach Hayes, those guys, they have it. And so we're real proud of them. Guys, for saying hello here from the Briar Patch, wherever you are. Good luck tomorrow at Clinton County.
That's a good finish there by Walker Stephen.
And he's an athletic kid, right?
He's an athletic kid. Again, he's another one we kind of worked on, but he's probably got the best jumping ability on the basketball team right now. He finishes their layup line for them, but
there's some pedigree there too.
Get some confidence there.
Coach, I can't thank you enough for joining me tonight. This has been. We'll have to do this again.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
We love doing the football games.
Well, it's a great service for our kids, for our athletic program. This isn't easy. It takes a lot of time and effort, and appreciate you doing that, Coach Aiken. And I know your heart's in the right. You love these kids, and you love sports in general. So appreciate you taking the time out to be able to help lead this. And Mr. Rubel and everybody who's a part of getting all this stuff set up, and because it is time consuming and it takes a little work and a little effort. So, but I think that our kids and our programs definitely benefit from it.
Well, it's my pleasure. Thank you for saying that, and we will continue to do it. I want to say thank you to Alan Lewis. He certainly helped get everything set up for us tonight, and like you say, Rubel and the twins, and we're one big family here. I enjoy heading over to your house after the wins, man. After the football wins, man. It's a good time, man.
Yeah.
So
hopefully we'll have
there'll be a lot of them. Yeah, there'll be a lot of them. Big things expected. I saw the wrestling program is taking off. They're having some success, and I'm sure you got a lot of kids that do both football and wrestling for you. Talk about a little bit of that real quick, what that's meant for your guys. And I know we got a lot involved with that, man, and that's going to help them athletically.
We do. I mean, especially at the middle school, youth level. High school is got 5 or 6, 8 kids, that are working hard, but I think there's some future, we've got a lot of talent that's going to be coming into the pipeline over the next few years. I think there's a lot of in every sport. I mean, you can see it across the board. I've got 2 middle school age sons, so I'm there witnessing it from basketball to baseball to football to wrestling. There's a lot of talent that's going to be coming through, and a lot of talent at the high school right now. So I think, everybody always says it's a great day to be a jumper, and I think that we've got a lot of great days ahead of us here. And basketball, 7th grade teams in the Final Four, 8th grade team is really coming on. So if the 6th grade team just had a good coach, they would be doing a lot better.
In case people were wondering if you were doing enough up here, your Coach Clevenger's taking on the 6th grade basketball team, and like I say, it's that's a
melting pot of no, it really. I mean, we're not enjoying this, reaping the success as far as wins and losses. But it's been really fun for me working with those guys, and I've seen a lot of progress, and a lot of development in that group. And so, my dad gave me some good advice when he watched us play early in the season. He said the best thing you can do is just try to break them of some of the youth league, little league bad habits that they are, and start breaking them now. And eventually they start growing, their bodies change. Puberty hits for a lot of these kids, and they're going to look a lot different in a couple of years. And so, but getting some base development of basketball skills is important.
Well, so much separation happens in middle school, and like you say, they grow at different rates. Hey, kudos to you for stepping up and taking that on when they needed someone. It's not easy. Nice drive there.
Yep.
Let's give his name a shout out. That's Israel Hurt.
Yep.
6'5" guard. Good size on him.
He's a young kid. Look, I don't see what they list him at there. Sophomore.
Yeah.
You can tell by looking at him, he's a young kid.
Yeah.
So.
Jumpers will run this clock out. They're going to get the win 77-51. I don't know when they're back in action, or I would tell you all, I don't know when they're back in action. I know we've got the Dunbar game coming up. We've got homecoming coming up. We've got senior night coming up. Coach, you'll have to join me again.
Yeah, we'll do it for sure. I enjoyed it.
Thank you again. Jumpers will take this one, 77-51. I'm David Aiken, joined with Coach Clay Clevenger. And this has been Somerset Athletics on YouTube. We will see you next time.